From Zero to Strength. Episode 3. The First Small Win. Mark was 26 years old. He lived in a small town in Ohio. Every morning felt the same: gray sky, cold air, quiet streets. Mark did not like mornings. He woke up tired. He looked at the ceiling and thought, "Nothing changes. I am still the same." He worked at a small auto repair shop. The job was not bad, but it was not his dream. He wanted more. He wanted to feel strong. He wanted to feel proud, but he did not believe in himself. When Mark was in high school, he played basketball. He was fast. He was strong. People said, "You have talent." But after graduation, life became different. Bills, work, stress. Slowly, he stopped training. He stopped trying. Now he looked in the mirror and saw someone else. He saw a tired man. He saw doubt. One Monday morning, he was late again. He rushed to work. His boss, Mr. Allen, looked at him and said, "Mark, you are better than this." Those words stayed in his head all day. You are better than this. That evening, Mark sat in his small apartment. The room was quiet. He opened social media. He saw people running marathons, people building businesses, people smiling. He felt small. "I always start," he whispered, "but I never finish." He thought about going to the gym. He thought about reading books. He thought about changing his life. But thinking was easy. Action was hard. That night, something small happened. Mark found his old basketball shoes in the closet. They were dusty, old, but still strong. He held them in his hands for a long time. He remembered the feeling of running, the sound of the ball on the floor, the cheers, the energy. His heart moved a little. "I can start small," he said, "just small." The next morning, he woke up earlier, not very early, just 30 minutes earlier. He went outside. The air was cold. The town was quiet. He started to jog. It was not fast. It was not perfect. After 5 minutes, he was tired, but he did not stop. He walked, then he jogged again. 10 minutes later, he was breathing hard. His legs felt heavy, but something inside him felt different. It was not big, it was not loud, but it was real. When he came home, he looked in the mirror again. He still looked tired, but now there was something new in his eyes: hope. It was only 10 minutes, but it was his first step. That day at work, he felt a little stronger, not in his body, in his mind. He did not tell anyone. It was his secret, his small win. That night, he wrote one sentence in a notebook: "Today, I did not quit." He looked at the sentence for a long time. It was simple, but it felt powerful. He went to bed tired, but proud. For the first time in a long time, Mark believed one small thing: maybe I can change. Chapter 2. The Hard Middle. The next morning was harder. Mark opened his eyes and felt pain in his legs. His body said, "Stay in bed." His mind said, "You already did something yesterday. That is enough." He looked at the clock. 5:45 a.m. He remembered the sentence in his notebook: "Today I did not quit." He sat up slowly. "This is the test," he said quietly. He put on the same old basketball shoes. Outside, the sky was still dark. The streetlights were on. He started walking. His legs hurt. His body felt heavy. But after a few minutes, he began to jog again. It was slow, very slow. A car passed him. For a moment, he felt embarrassed. What if people see me? He thought. What if I look stupid? Then he stopped thinking. He focused on his breathing. In, out. In, out. He did not run long, only 12 minutes, but when he finished, he smiled. It was 2 minutes more than yesterday. 2 minutes. At work, he moved differently. His friend Jason noticed. "Why are you smiling?" Jason asked. Mark shrugged. "Nothing, just a good morning." Jason laughed. Nobody likes mornings. But Mark did not explain. This was still his small secret. That night, he opened his notebook again. Day 2. I ran 12 minutes. He looked at the number. 12. It was not big, but it was bigger than 10. The next days were not perfect. On Wednesday, it rained. Mark stood by the window and watched the rain hit the street. This is a good reason to stop, he thought. He almost sat down on the couch, but something stopped him. If I stop now, he said, I will stop again tomorrow. He put on a jacket and went outside. The rain was cold, his shoes were wet, but he ran. Not fast, not long, but he ran. On Friday, he felt very tired after work. He wanted pizza. He wanted to watch TV. He wanted comfort. He ordered a small salad instead. It was not exciting, but it was a choice, a small choice. Every day, Mark wrote something in his notebook. Day 3, rain, did not quit. Day 4, felt tired, still ran. Day 5, ate better. The notebook became important. It was proof. 1 week passed. On Sunday morning, Mark decided to check the time. He wanted to see how long he could run without stopping. He started slowly. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes passed. His breathing was strong. His legs felt alive. 15 minutes. He wanted to stop. Just 5 more, he whispered. 20 minutes. When he finally stopped, he bent forward and laughed. Not because it was easy, but because it was not impossible. He walked home slowly. 20 minutes. 2 weeks ago, he could not do 10. At home, he looked in the mirror again. His face was red, his hair was messy, but now he saw something stronger. Confidence. Not big confidence, not loud confidence, quiet confidence. Later that day, he called his younger sister, Emily. "I started running," he told her. "That's great," she said. "For how long?" 20 minutes today." "Wow," she said. "I'm proud of you." Those words felt warm. "I'm proud of you." That night, Mark wrote in big letters, "First small win, 20 minutes." He underlined it. He understood something important. He did not need to change his whole life in 1 day. He only needed to win 1 small battle at a time. And now he had proof. He could start. He could continue. He could finish something. The first small win was not about running. It was about trust. Trust in himself. Chapter 3. Becoming Strong. Monday morning felt different. The sky was still gray, the air was still cold, the town was still quiet. But Mark was not the same. He tied his shoes with steady hands. He did not argue with himself. He did not search for excuses. He simply went outside. This time, he did not think about minutes. He did not think about distance. He thought about one thing. I am building something. Each step felt like a small brick, brick by brick, day by day. As he ran, he noticed things he never saw before. The sound of birds in the morning, the light coming through the trees, the smell of fresh air. He felt alive. At work, Mr. Allen watched him carefully. "You look different," his boss said. "Different how?" Mark asked. "More focused," Mr. Allen replied. "More confident." Mark smiled. "I'm working on myself." Mr. Allen nodded. "I can see that." Those simple words meant a lot. Later that week, something unexpected happened. Jason, his coworker, came to him during lunch. "Hey," Jason said, "I see you running every morning. How do you do it?" Mark paused. Nobody ever asked him for advice before. "It's not big," Mark said. "I just started small. 10 minutes, that's all." Jason shook his head. "I can't even do 5. Mark smiled. "You can. Just don't quit." The next morning, Jason stood outside Mark's apartment at 5:50 a.m. "You ready?" Jason asked, half asleep. Mark laughed. "Yeah, let's go." They started slow. Jason complained after 3 minutes. "I hate this," he said. Mark remembered his first week, the pain, the doubt, the rain. "Just walk," Mark said, "but don't go home." They walked, then jogged a little, then walked again. After 10 minutes, Jason was breathing hard. "That's it?" Jason asked. "That's it," Mark said. "First small win." Jason smiled. "Okay, I can do that." That moment was important. Mark understood something new. When you change yourself, you change your world. Not in a loud way, not in a dramatic way, but in a real way. Weeks passed. Mark now ran 30 minutes without stopping. His body was stronger, his mind was calmer, but the biggest change was inside. He no longer said, "I always start but never finish." Now he said, "I finish what I start." One evening, he sat at his desk and opened his notebook. He read the first page again. "Today I did not quit." He felt emotional. The sentence was simple, but it changed his life. He did not become rich, he did not become famous, but he became strong. Strong enough to wake up early, strong enough to choose better food, strong enough to believe in himself. And that strength began with 10 small minutes, the first small win. Mark closed the notebook and looked out the window. The town was the same, but he was not. He knew there would be harder days, there would be rain again, there would be pain again, but now he had proof. He could begin, he could continue, he could grow, and if he could do it, maybe you can too. Small steps, small wins, big change.